tree in Beebe, Arkansas. Birds falling dead from the sky on New Year's Eve for the second year in a row. The exact same thing happened in Beebe last New Year's Eve.
For the second year on New Year's Eve, birds are falling from the sky in Beebe. The birds just started falling from the sky.
A new year for Japan and another earthquake, as a magnitude 7 earthquake rocked the country's east.
First night of the new year has brought a rude awakening for the people of Christchurch. They slept fitfully, if at all, through a series of strong aftershocks.
From just after 1 a.m. until midday, the city was rocked by 15 shocks. The largest, a 5.5 magnitude tremor, struck at...
It's 15 months since the 7.1 September quake rocked the city. It's been shaken more than 8,000 times since.
But it is the reality of where we are. We know this too will pass with time. We just don't know how long. Where we are. We know this too will pass with time. We just don't know how long.
Travel is hazardous today as hurricane-force winds pound the country.
Sonidos muy similares a este son los que cientos de personas aseguran haber escuchado pasada la medianoche. Parte la Cruz Roja y los bomberos confirmaron a nuestro corresponsal Wilber Hernández que no ha tenido explosiones durante la madrugada. Uno de los principales temores es el código de descarta de momento.
Técnicamente no.
UFO sightings are skyrocketing in 2012, and we're barely 2 weeks in. Eyewitnesses reporting strange things in 36 out of the 50 states, and yeah, Florida's included.
And something is going on. I think it's picked up dramatically, the number of reports we're receiving, but what it means, I have no idea. We took 110 reports on New Year's Eve. 13 of them are from Florida.
Everywhere you look, you see the carcass of a dead turtle. Small turtles, large turtles, dozens of them, dead and scattered along the banks of Smith Lake.
Strange, mad sound. Seems like it's coming from the sky anyway. So people down here, they obviously all hear it as well. Everybody's out listening.
Well, here's a question for you. Are you feeling a little shaky this week? If you are, you're not alone. Over the past 48 hours, there has been some kind of a steady rumble. What many people believe are earthquakes in the capital area, tremors across the southern island, powerful enough to send some folks running for the doorway. The shaking has some people scared, but most are just flat out puzzled. Seismologists say there have been no earthquakes, and they can't solve the mystery.
It's clear that people on Vancouver Island felt something in the last couple of days. Some say it was a shake or a tremor. Others go as far as to say it was an earthquake. The most fitting name, though, is, just like you said, Hudson, a mystery.
There's been a lot of buzz over the last few weeks about strange sounds being heard in the atmosphere. People around the world and here at home have reported hearing some bizarre noises. The latest were recorded in Battleford last weekend.
It came in many forms last Sunday night. To some, it sounded like trumpets. To others, a mariner's horn. North Battleford's mayor says he can't explain it.
What I was hearing was what I experienced as possibly scraping.
It's now days later and the city is still abuzz with talk about the sounds. Everybody with their own guess, estimation, or explanation as to where they came from.
I've heard that Jesus is coming back. I've heard that it's 2012, the world is ending.
This phenomenon stretched beyond North Battleford. Similar experiences were reported in Saskatoon, northern Saskatchewan, and parts of the U.S., even in Europe.
We begin with a story that you'll only see on 9 tonight. The LAPD and elite military units conducted extraordinary counterterrorism training in the skies above downtown LA tonight.
Indeed, Rick, what we saw tonight is something you normally do not see over the skies of Los Angeles. We're taking you live outside, give you an idea where all this was going on over downtown Los Angeles and in the area surrounding it. Special military operation forces, in conjunction with the LAPD, conducting some military maneuvers that had many people wondering what is going on.
Dive, 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 dive.
Military maneuvers by Special Operation Forces in full swing over the skies of Los Angeles. Our cameras were there when a Black Hawk helicopter and 4 OH-6s, or Little Birds, flew over the city. Take a look. This is the U.S. Bank building where they hovered for a while before flying to their next target.
1 o'clock, very low.
At one point, they made what appeared to be a drop-off at a park. Within seconds of landing, the helicopter was back in the air.
This is full push.
Then, while over the Staples Center, while the Lakers played inside, you can see someone on board sitting with his legs hanging off the side of the chopper. While the training is hush-hush, the LAPD, which is assisting the military, says this is routine training with the focus on urban environments. Also, what we saw here tonight in downtown Los Angeles has been seen in Miami and in Boston.
Energized solar particles are hurtling towards us at 5 million miles per hour, and they're about to cause the strongest geomagnetic storm for more than 6 years.
Oh my gracious.
It's really creepy. It's kind of like, is the world coming to an end here or something? I mean, it's scary. But it's crazy. It's scary, ain't it?
How many do you think? Like a million. It's like we're being held hostage.
Held hostage? Maybe a 3-mile radius by Bradford.
Nobody believes me, so I have to put it on video. Get the keys! Get the keys!
Believe it or not, we actually had a close shave, a close call with a space rock this morning. Astronauts say a newly discovered asteroid buzzed the Earth at about 10:30. NASA says the bus-sized rock came within 35,000 miles from us. I know that seems far, but it's actually closer than the moon.
Some strange noises heard around the world the last few weeks as people buzzing from Arizona to England and right next door in Manitoba, all showing folks alarmed by what sounds like a noise.
It's kind of like watching a scary movie. The background noise gives you the feeling that something terrible is about to happen. Moaning, groaning, metal-on-metal sound. Some are calling it a harp-like noise, and it's especially eerie because even with the millions of views on YouTube and the thousands that ultimately heard the noise firsthand, even experts can't explain what the noises are.
Now, the closest case to us of weird sounds came out of the sky in Manitoba, Canada. There, folks claim to have heard the noises for miles. They're partially crediting electromagnetic waves in the atmosphere in Manitoba.
tidal wave. There's a tidal wave.
Europe really is in a deep freeze, and no country has suffered more than Ukraine. It's experienced some of the lowest temperatures in recent days. It's also had the highest death toll.
Washed ashore, no one knows how these dolphins died, but hundreds have been found on beaches in Chiclayo, Peru. At least 260 dolphins washed ashore across a roughly 60-mile stretch of beach. Officials aren't sure what happened to them.
Tonight, a mysterious traffic tie-up just before the afternoon rush hour, and it was all because of birds. This is really weird. Hundreds of birds literally just dropped from the sky and then landed on I-95, bringing traffic there to a crawl.
I-95 splattered with black, the color of hundreds of birds which crashed to the pavement from the sky.
But I haven't heard of anything locally like that, ever.
Never seen pictures like this before from NASA. Amazing video of what looks like tornadoes on the sun.